radio. All I need is one mic, one beat.
Happy Sunday afternoon, everyone. My name is Mario D. Driver, and I'm a candidate for the Georgia House of Representatives. My district encompasses Spalding County, parts of Henry County, and parts of Fayette. Like I said, happy Sunday afternoon. Today, I want to talk to you still about holding on to your dreams. So there's a couple of points I would like to make in regards to holding on to your dreams, because there's some things that I've been faced with in regards to challenges. First and foremost, I want to share with you 4 movies that I like. And I'm not one for watching movies much. I like to read, like I told you, a whole lot personally, because I think books go a lot more in depth than movies. But there's 4 movies I like to talk to you about with 4 characters in regards to hold on to your dreams. And I'm going to be very, very brief. The first movie is one of my favorites, Endgame. And it's about Nelson Mandela, about his incarceration for 27 years. The second movie may be my most favorite movie, and it's a work of nonfiction. It is Shawshank Redemption. And the main character in there is Andy Dufresne, who was in prison for 19 years. The third movie would be 12 Years a Slave. Oh, what an interesting movie. Now, it's a work of a man's life story, how he was taken out of being a freed man and made a slave. And the last movie, but not least of all, would be Gulliver's Travel. This book is about Lemuel Gulliver, who was a doctor and who was out at sea. And as he traveled out at sea, because he couldn't have work at home as being a doctor, he sought knowledge, wisdom, and life. He sought the answers that many people didn't seek. What I want to come to you talking to you about today is that all these guys, they had a dream and a vision. Unfortunately for all of them, in regards to Nelson Mandela, he was incarcerated for 27 years, and the president of South Africa benefited from him being locked up. This was during a period of apartheid. Oh, Andy Dufresne. Andy Dufresne was beat and sexually assaulted by various men, a man of high education. However, he was mistreated and also found guilty on charges that he didn't commit. And then there is Solomon Northup. In 12 Years a Slave, well, this young man was an engineer and was tricked into moving to another city to do works for a contractor and was sold into slavery. And then there was Lemuel Gulliver, like I said, and he was a doctor. And after going out and seeing the world, he had all these fantastic stories to tell. Although it seems to be that they were incredible, his wife was taken from him, his son, his practice, and his namesake. Why am I mentioning these things to you? Because in your state of trying to accomplish your dreams, there will be people who will say things to you, they will do things to you, whether it be false imprisonment. May seem extreme, but it happens. Whether it be assassination of character, people talking down on you, saying things against you, and you knowing that's not your character, amongst other things. And then you go on to Solomon Northup, who was tricked into going out and doing works as a fiddler for a contractor group for a circus and was sold into slavery. And going back to Lemuel Gulliver. But ultimately, all these men were freed, and all of these men were able to accomplish their goals. So with that being said, whether you work for a company, or you're in an environment, whether you're in school, whether you're in any place where there are people who take shots at you, be it political parties, people who hide behind the names of corporations, they want to take pot shots at you and say things to you that are not true. Had it be if you were 2 gentlemen out on the street and were able to just talk and play maybe a game of chess, yeah, there may be some trash talking, maybe in a game of basketball. But the cursing and the yelling and the abuse would not be there. As a matter of fact, I just met this young man. His name is Pastor Chambers. He's a good friend of mine. He has been a drill sergeant. He's been in the military 24 years. And he told me one of his main jobs, actually it's 2 that he's required to do for new cadets that enter into the military, per se Army. One is to insist on what the Army wants people to be. But it's also to assist. And I asked him the question, I said, sir, does it cause you to yell and scream and fuss and degrade and curse at people? And he said, of course not. He said, because if I have to do all that, then you have no place in the Army. But it's not so much that I have to degrade people. It's that I'm to show them how to get there. And that's why I'm telling you today to hold on to your dreams. I'm going to go to a few scriptures that I can remember in Proverbs. And this is what I stand by. In Proverbs, from what I remember, from what book in particular, I can't call to you right now, but I will tell you what I know. It said, blessed is a man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But you shall be like a tree planted by the life of rivers of running water. So in due season ye shall bear fruit. Now, why am I talking about bearing fruit in regards to holding on to your dream? Why am I talking about bullying in regards to holding on to your dream? Bullying is to the fact where people use their positions to hold you back, to threaten you, to say things to you, to degrade you, to make it seem like you're something that you're not. When it comes to Nelson Mandela, Andy Dufresne, Solomon Northup, Lemuel Gulliver, even myself, there were people that would say things to you that would discredit you and try to take you out of your game. I'll give you this, and I'll be real brief on this, because I want you to keep mind or stay mindful on holding on to your dreams and bearing fruit. That's why the Bible says, be like a tree planted by the rivers of living water, so in due time ye shall bear fruit. But the point of bearing fruit, what people should understand is this. The reason why you should bear fruit is so that others may eat off you. There should be a replication of you. So if you say that you are one thing, then there should be evidence of that thing that you say that you are. And the reason for bearing fruit is for other people to be able to eat off of you. There are seeds sown, as I will say to anyone, you reap what you sow. If you sow good seed, you'll reap bad. If you sow good seed, you'll reap good seed. If you sow bad seed, you'll reap bad seed. That's just the way God operates. It's called seed time and harvest. And a lot of people don't understand and believe that. I've been fortunate to earn my 3 degrees. Had I not sown the seed that I sown, then I would not have been able to reap the harvest nor sit here before you today. I want to give you evidence of my fruit. And not only my fruit, but the fruit of my wife, the fruit of my lawn, the fruit of my family, the fruit of my bloodline. For my grandfather used to often say to his grandchildren, to his children, and it resonates with me today, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So I would like to introduce you one of my seed today. Her name is Deja Driver. Deja, come over and have a seat. Now, when I start talking about bearing fruit, this is the evidence. Faith is the substance of things hoped for with the evidence of things not seen. Now, as we were watching the movie a couple of weeks ago and I heard Deja laugh, that laugh that she has today as an 18-year-old, she still has as an 18-year-old as she had when she was an 8-year-old. But fortunately for Deja, with her hard work and with her diligence, with her studies, and with her seeking out what she wanted by holding on to her dreams, Deja is going to be able to go to Hawaii to fulfill her dream as a student, as a microbiologist. And she's also going to major in microbiology and early childhood education. Now, I'm very fortunate and very proud. My wife has worked very hard, so have I. I give God all the praise and the credit. People tell me I want praise, I want honor, and all of these things. But it's not me who wants the praise. It's God who gets the praise. But this is the evidence of my fruit. This is a fruit of my lawn, of my wife, because we've invested totally and heavily into Deja. With the people out there in Georgia, in America, I can't promise you as a candidate, as a legislator, that I will get your child to Hawaii. But there's no telling where we could go if we work together and if we dream and if we hold on to that dream. But I can tell you this for sure. I will do my absolute best. I will do any and everything in my power as long as it's legally and morally right to serve you in the community. Because I believe, like Whitney Houston said, that the children are our future. Here's Deja. And I want just Deja to tell you a little bit about her dream as far as going to Hawaii and what she has believed in and what has caused her to be able to move forward and progress to be in that position to be on her way to Hawaii. Aloha, Deja.
My name is Deja Driver, and I knew from the young age of 9 years old that I wanted to be a marine biologist. If you don't know what a marine biologist is, they are a scientist who studies the ocean and its animals and organisms, so things like plants and everything else that lives there. I think it's very, very important to pursue your dreams and to hold on to your dreams, even if it's 9 years or 9 days or 9 months, because you just never know what you're meant to do. But that moment that comes when the moment comes for you to realize your dreams, you'll know that that's what you're meant to do. One of the quotes, a quote that I actually found out today by Eleanor Roosevelt is, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And since I was 9, I believed that I would be a marine biologist. And now today I can say that I'm going to Hawaii to go pursue that dream. And I believed in my dream because I knew it was something that God planted in my heart. and that no matter how old or young you are, no matter how much experience you do or don't have, and no matter how much money you do or don't have, if God has placed a dream in your heart, none of that matters. As long as you trust Him and put Him first, you can go anywhere and you can go do anything, and it doesn't matter what anybody else says or what anybody else doesn't say. Because as long as you put God first in your life, everything else will fall into place. So in a few weeks, or a few days actually, I'll be going to Hawaii to pursue my dream and to also study early childhood education, as I'm already certified as a teacher for the early childhood ages. And I'm just very excited to be able to do this at such a young age. And I want to thank God and my family for just supporting me and for being there with me, because that's what's most important. If you have God, that's all you need. But if you're blessed enough to have a family that loves and supports you for everything that you do, that's just an extra blessing. So I'm very thankful and excited to be flying off with my dad in a few days.
Okay. And with that being said, God says, he who comes to God must believe that He is, and He is a rewarder that diligently seeks Him. Now, for the people that continue to make comments and want to antagonize me, what they don't realize is, in a sense, I'm put there to help them, as with Deja. And see, like I often say, that what you're doing may not necessarily be about you. I may only be a vessel to take this young lady across the seas so that she may find a cure for cancer, or AIDS, diabetes, and many of the other things. So never think that what you're doing is all about you, because it's not. But you must have faith. You must have patience. You must have tough skin. You must have God in your life. You must have belief in yourself. You must have love for others. And with that being said, I am done for today. I want to tell you and encourage you to hold on to your dreams, because everything that you see around you, it was somebody else's vision. Whether it's that iPhone that you have, whether it's that chair you're sitting in, that car you're driving, that radio you're listening to, that Facebook or Twitter that you're on, that was somebody else's vision, somebody else's dream. And guess what? You can do it too. For the Georgia House of Reps, Mario D. Driver, driving Georgia to a brighter future. And before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to two groups, one group and one person in particular. I'd like to give a shout out to Outkast for their 20th anniversary of their album, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music, my favorite hip-hop group. And I would also like to give a shout out to Nasir Jones, Nas, my favorite MC, for his 20th anniversary of Stillmatic. I'm hoping that I will be seeing both of you soon in the months to come. Like I said, for the Georgia House of Reps, one nation, one state, one people, one love. For the Georgia House of Reps, I'm Mario D. Driver, driving Georgia to a brighter future. Peace.